3 minutes. 2 minutes.
2 minutes.
You got lineups and everything.
Do what?
Number 7, Brandon Moore. Number 8, Dylan Dalton. Number 3, Michael Long. Number 16, Zach Lee. Number 10, Josh Anderson. And starting for the Gladiators, number 3, Chris Resby. Number 15, Patrick Matthews. Number 16, Hunter Cutts. Number 23, Jack Elliott Gower. Number 17, Terry McHugh. Number 12, Tyler Boone.
Oh,
Number 4,
1 minute.
Isaiah Sims. Number 7, Tripp Thompson. Number 21, Luke Bennett. And number 5, Noah Fairbairn. The rest of the players, you join them on the line, please.
The first pitch today is being thrown in by Mr. Chris Byrne. Chris is the father of Grace Byrne, a senior student from Clarke Central High School who was seriously injured by a car while jogging just 1 block from the school. The ball is signed by the entire team and will be presented to Grace at the Shepherd Center in Atlanta with a sign of support from the team.
Now if our fans will rise and direct your attention to the right field wall as we honor the playing of our national anthem.
Check 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2.
Is that your phone?
Hey. Hey. Okay. On their internet. Yeah, they're using our audio. Okay. All right, see you. Welcome back to Raider Baseball on WCON, AM 1450 and FM 107.7. It's Michael Harvey, Ronnie Long, and let's go ahead and talk about the starting lineups for Habersham Central, Rodney.
All right, Michael. Starting lineups tonight for Habersham Central Raiders are batting first, played center field, number 11, Brant Reinhardt. Batting second, playing shortstop, number 2, Corey Pearson. Batting third, playing third base, number 4, Patrick Taylor. Batting fourth, playing first base, number 20, Nathan Harvey. Batting fifth, our EH tonight, number 15, Ryan Smith. Batting sixth and playing right field, number 7, Brandon Moore. Batting seventh and pitching tonight, number 8, Dylan Dalton. Batting eighth is in playing left field, number 3, Michael Long. Batting ninth, playing catching tonight, number 16, a newcomer to the Raider program, Zach Lee. And batting 10th, playing second base, number 10, Josh Anderson. That's your starting lineups for Habersham Central. For Clarke Central, their order, batting first, number 3, Chris Resby. Number 2, batting second, number 15, Patrick Matthews. Batting third, number 16, Hunter Cutts. Batting fourth, number 23, Jack Elliott Gower. Batting fifth, number 17, Terry McHugh. Batting 6th, number 12, Tyler Boone. Batting 7th, number 4, Isaiah Sims. Batting 8th, number 7, Trip Thompson. Batting 9th, number 21, Luke Bennett. And batting 10th, number 5, Noah Fairbairn. So that's your starting lineup for your Clarke Central Gladiators tonight, Michael. And just a quick word, they just had a real nice ceremony down on the field starting off. Understand that there's a Clarke Central has a young lady. Her name is Gracie Byrne, and she was a tennis player and a cross-country player here at Clarke Central. She was in a car wreck, or actually was struck by a car while she was running about a month ago. She's a senior here, and she's now in the Shepherd Spinal Clinic in Atlanta recovering from that injury, and they've done a little honorary thing for her tonight with the baseball team. And we've just been told that her family covets everyone's prayers, so we just want to ask that you would lift her up as she continues her recovery.
All right. And you've got some scouting reports for us.
Yeah, let me...
Tell us about this year's 2013 Raider baseball team. Sporting some new uniforms.
Yeah, they are. They've got the new orange away uniform on tonight. I know the boys were tickled about those, but yeah, just looking at some of the guys that we have, this is some things that Coach Ackridge has said about these kids. Talked to him a little bit about some of the kids, and I'll go through. We may not get to all of them before they get up to bat, but we'll try to do this as they get to bat. The first one that we're going to talk about is our leadoff hitter, Brant Reinhardt. He's started center field last year. He also made our all-region team. He's extremely fast. He's a threat on the bases all the time. Got a lot more strength this year. Coach Ack says a lot more pop in his bat, and says his swings really improved this winter as his arm strength has. So looking for big things out of Brant, and he's leading things off for us now.
All right, he digs in. Not only can you listen to this game tonight, you can go to ClarkCentralGITV.com and watch us on the internet. The first pitch swung and it's popped up, and is it going to reach out of play? It is. And we're underway, 2013.
Yeah, and it's always on a foul ball hit to down the first base side down here. It's always an adventure because we're right on the highway here. So you always expect somebody may get hit.
And the 0-1 pitch up high, 1-1. To Reinhardt, Corey Pearson, Patrick Taylor are waiting patiently. And here's the 1-1 pitch from McHugh. It's called strike 2. 1-2. A little chilly out here.
Yeah, if you look out into the right field, you see the flag is standing tall out there.
The pitch swung, line shot to the third baseman. He can't handle it. He picks it up, throws it across the diamond in time for out number 1, and retires Reinhardt. That'll bring up number 2, the shortstop, Corey Pearson.
Brant really hit that ball hard. That's good to see that starting off. I just had some bad luck there. Hit it right to the third baseman.
Pearson stands in. Remember, he was called up last year. First pitch is low and away, strike 1.
Looks like the umpire's giving him that outside corner. He got a call very similar to that with Brant early on.
The 0-1 pitch catches the outside corner, strike 2, 0-2.
Guys are going to have to adjust to that because that pitch has been called all 3 times. It's hit the exact same spot.
He moves a little closer to the plate. McHugh gets the signal. Starts the windup, and the pitch swung on and missed. Catcher can't get it. They throw him out for out number 2. So 2 outs, and Patrick Taylor will try and get us started here.
Patrick's playing third base. He played a little shortstop for us last year. He's moving over to third base this time. He'll also, or this season, he'll also be pitching some. He was one of our leading hitters last season. Very good hand, strong arm.
And the pitch. Low for ball 1.
One of the things that Coach Ack's really excited about him with is his pitching. His changeup has really, really gotten better.
And in the dirt, 2-0.
2-0. Well, we got him visitor. You know what they say, Lee, you can't get here on time, get here when you can.
McHugh in the windup, the pitch. Low and away, 3-0.
Dear old Dad took the long way home again.
That last pitch was on the corner, but it was a little bit low, that same pitch that he's been calling outside.
And the 3-0 pitch
Wait.
upstairs, ball 4. We have our first base runner of the night. That'll bring up Nathan Harvey.
Nathan's the biggest kid on our team. If you haven't seen the Raiders play, he looks like a big old offensive lineman out there. I love to see him play. So I'd see him get a hold of one right here.
Taylor leads from first. The pitch. Low and ball 1.
Good stop by McGowan. That ball was in the dirt. According to Coach Ack, Nathan's really worked hard in the offseason, really improved his strength, worked hard in the weight room. So really looking for a big year out of him hitting the ball.
The 1-0 pitch, low and in the dirt. 2-0.
All of a sudden, McHugh's having a little bit of trouble with his delivery. I don't know, Lynn. He's bounced out 3 or 4 in a row up there. What's that telling us he's doing?
Looks like he's kind of pulling through it, but I'll tell you right now, it is cold out there. So he probably has not got warm yet.
And outside, 3-0.
You notice where he's landing with his step is actually to our right, so he's pulling through just a bit, which is, of course, making him throw it outside.
So after he started hot, he's thrown 7 balls in a row.
And the pitch. Down the middle, strike 1.
And that one he adjusted.
Yeah, that was one of those get-it-over strikes. That ball was probably coming in maybe mid-60, 70. It didn't have a lot of heat on it.
Taylor's got him a pretty good lead over there.
I haven't had a throw over yet.
The pitch.
And the dirt
Ball
again.
4. So Taylor and Harvey's on will bring up Ryan Smith.
You know, Michael, in our scrimmage game last Thursday against Madison, we started off this way. We didn't have a lot of hits, but we had a lot of walks. Ryan Smith stepping in.
McHugh comes set. And the pitch. Outside.
Oh,
Strike 1.
Wow,
That's
that
a
was a
wide
bit
corner.
liberal.
Yeah.
It's been that way the whole time. You know, in fairness to the umpire, we are looking at a pretty steep angle at the home plate.
Well, the catcher gave that one away.
Yeah.
The 0-1. Good lead down at second by Taylor. Upstairs, 1-1.
I think the temperature has dropped 15 degrees in about 30 minutes.
I agree. I went outside at lunch, and it was a beautiful sunny day up in Habersham, and by the time we got down here, it was cold and the wind blowing.
The 1-1 pitch is low.
But then again, what would you expect? Baseball season
That's
started.
right.
It always gets cold and windy when baseball's out.
That's right.
Looks like snow.
Bite your tongue.
It is icing in Atlanta, Cherokee County.
Are you serious?
That's what they said on the radio.
2-1 pitch. In the dirt, 3-1.
You're going to cause a lot of work for Billy in the morning, Lynn. You better
Yeah.
be careful.
I just heard that right when we got here. They said it was icing in Cherokee County. And I thought, what?
Down around the
Is it
Canton
that
area.
cold?
3 balls, 1 strike, and the pitch. Low, ball 4.
Wow, he's
Bases
really
are loaded.
struggling getting that pitch up. So after getting the first 2 relatively easy, McHugh's walked the bases full.
That's going to bring a visit from the coach. Got to bring up Brandon Moore coming to bat, the right fielder.
If I remember right, Brandon started a little rally down here last year. Had I think maybe a double out to right center field. Do you remember that?
I don't remember.
That's not Brandon. That's
That's
Peyton.
not.
I mean, that's Dylan Dalton.
He changed the lineup on us.
No, I know what it is. Brandon's only playing in the field. That's what it is. That's
Okay.
what, I put it down wrong. I apologize for that, guys. I apologize for that.
Okay,
I
that's
thought we
Dylan
was playing,
Dalton.
yeah, I thought we was playing softball here.
Well, I was going to ask, but I was too embarrassed.
No,
That's what
no.
EH means. but-
Yeah, that's what it is. I'm sorry. I went ahead and put him in there. I apologize for that. I just realized I did that. You know, broadcasters, we have to get the rust off too.
First pitch right down the middle, strike 1. That wind still blowing around out there. The 0-1 pitch, swung, and popped it straight up. Third baseman looking for it.
He's hurt. No,
Fighting
he
it and
drops.
drops it. One run will score. Here comes Harvey, and he'll be safe. 2 Raiders across the plate to get started.
Get it up in that wind.
Yeah,
No telling what'll happen.
Is he hurt?
Somebody got hurt out there.
Let's see, he's slow to get up the shortstop.
Is that his shortstop, wasn't it?
This cuts, Hunter cuts. And he's favoring, I thought he was favoring one of his legs, but maybe just had the wind knocked out of him. We're going to get a courtesy runner.
That's Sloan Austin.
We got Ryan Smith moved over to second. No.
And he's okay.
Dylan helped himself out there.
We always like it when our pitchers help ourselves.
Probably not the way he wanted to do it. But it worked out.
Again, you can watch this game on Clarke Central GITV.com. Should be on sometime around 9:30 tonight. Two outs, runners at first and second. We've got the lead. The pitch catches the corner, strike one. And the batter is Michael Long.
As close as Michael's standing to the plate, he can't let that pitch be called a strike. He's got to hit that ball. Look at the gap they're giving out right and center.
The pitch, strike two.
Dug himself a hole here.
Runners lead. Catcher sets up outside. The pitch. And that's strike three, and that's going to do it. We'll take a quick break and be right back. .7 online at voiceoftheraiders.com. Michael Harvey, Rodney Long, and Lynn Dalton up in the broadcast booth tonight. As we get set here for the home half of the inning.
All right, Lynn. You've got some inside information on the pitcher tonight?
Just a little bit.
Give us a scouting report on Dylan.
He's been working on his cutter. That's his latest pitch. So he throws two fastball. Well, he throws three of them. He rarely throws the four-seam fastball. He'll throw the two-seam, which will kind of break into a right-handed batter, and the cutter that'll break away. Throw a curveball and a changeup. Worked all summer traveling around playing, and really had a good summer. So I'm hoping this confidence is going to carry over into our year. He's throwing a little bit harder, about 4 or 5 miles an hour, but I've been preaching location, Rodney. Been preaching location.
Location.
Well, he's got a new catcher to throw to. How's that going to go?
Well, he's actually played with Zach in years past, and then Zach was at Banks County for about 3 years, and he's back up here at Habersham to start this season, and so he and Zach have worked together actually before, so hopefully this is going to work out.
All right.
Chris Resby's.
And the first pitch to Resby is ball one. And the pitch.
What I remember from
Ball
this kid
2.
last year is he was fast as lightning. He can fly, and he's a left-hander. Gets out of the box in a hurry. So if he puts it on the ground, he really puts a lot of pressure on the infielders.
The 2-0 is low. It's 3-0.
Overthrowing a little bit right here. I'm not sure about that second pitch. That looked pretty good, but
Yeah.
I can't totally tell from here. May have been low.
This game 1. Second pitch low and inside for ball 4. So that'll bring to the plate Patrick Matthews.
Matthews sporting the old-timey socks. Got those stirrups up.
Stirrups going.
Yeah.
And the pitch.
It hit him,
That
didn't
should be
it?
a foul ball.
Yeah, it hit him. So, Lynn, I think we scored a run without the benefit of the 2 runs without the benefit of a hit.
Well, I thought that's what I saw on the scorebook.
Yeah, and that's what we did. We scored 7 runs with in our first game this year on the first inning with like 2 or 3 hits.
I think it was only 2 hits.
Yeah.
And the throwback to first gets away from Harvey. Respi's going to move to second. So now we got nobody out. Respi on second. 0-1 to Patrick Matthews.
He'll probably be taking the bunt off now, I would think.
He might try to get him over to third with less than 2 outs. We'll see. Let's see if Dalton can pitch his way out of this one. He's not showing bunt. Dalton takes the sign, comes set, and the 0-1 pitch. Now he squares and gets a called strike.
Got him in the hole, 0-2. So sure
Now he might take the bunt off.
Yeah.
2-0. Raiders up. Bottom half of the first. Clarke Central got their number 2 batter with a 0-2 pitch. And it's a curveball hit straight to the third baseman. He goes to first. Nobody's covering, so Respi's going to move over. Good play there by Patrick Taylor.
So who would be covering right there? Shortstop? Should they be
Shortstop
taking
should
over?
be coming on over. The problem it looked like is Josh was coming towards second, and I think Corey just got kind of lost in limbo, like where should I go? But really, you don't really have a play at second, so you go ahead and cover third. And that's going to bring up number 3 batter for Clarke Central, which is
Hunter Cutts.
Hunter Cutts. Big, lanky lefty. So we got 1-0, 1 out, Respi on third, bottom half of the first. 2-0 Raiders.
Infielders playing in pretty shallow, aren't they, Lynn?
They are. Looks like they're in at the corners.
Okay, go to quick break.
Wow, not sure where that pitch
Yes,
was.
That's a ball, 2-0.
Asking if he swung. It looked like he swung, and it
did.
looked like it was a strike.
did.
So, but obviously we're Raider fans. So
Maybe a little bit biased.
I've never seen a kid do what he's doing. You see how he's stepping behind the plate and then dragging his foot across? I've never seen anybody do that.
And the 2-0 pitch is swung on foul.
He pulled off of that pitch
2-1.
pretty good, didn't he? This is the second lefty we've seen in their lineup. Seemed like I remember last year they had a lot of left-handed hitters.
They did. They certainly did.
Okay.
You ready to re-engage, Maverick?
First game, foul ball. First game, getting it set up again like we used to.
Yep. And I've always wanted to use that re-engagement, though, Maverick.
Right.
You know,
We got you.
he won't re-engage. Rodney said he would be Goose, though.
He would. He is the co-pilot.
He is.
The 2-2.
Ooh,
Just
golly.
misses.
I'm not sure what went wrong on that pitch.
So it runs it full.
Not getting a lot of argument from our dugout, though.
It's the first game.
Well, it looks like he's given outside corner for a right-handed batter, but for a left-handed, not getting an outside corner.
3-2 line shot, center field, and it's going to fall. Risby's going to score easily, but they'll keep the runner over at first. And that's going to bring up Jack Elliott Gower, the catcher.
If I remember, he's a big old kid. Yep, he's a big kid. I don't know if the book that we're using this year is smaller. I'm getting older, but I can't see the book as well. Oh, me.
The pitch, runner going, hit and runs on, but we're going to pick it up in foul territory. That was a good thought to try early.
Yeah. A little strategy.
Gower runs back to the batter box. Oh, 1-1 the count. Throw back to first. Not in time.
With the exception of the first batter, Dylan's been working ahead. He's been ahead in the count.
The 0-2 pitch.
Nice pitch.
Wow, good pitch.
Is that a curve?
That's
strike
or
two.
a swerve. That was one of those straight over the top curves. So I think he thought he had cut, struck out, and
The 0-2. Ground ball, shortstop.
B2.
Flip it to second. Throw to first. Not in time. We get the lead runner. Do you have a little trouble with the transfer there? Is that?
I think it was maybe, or it was just kind of slow-mo. It may be just too cold. We're just not operating on quite all cylinders yet.
We should be in Florida playing.
Right.
Okay.
That's always my thought.
Terry McHugh, the pitcher, is up to bat. Swung on and missed. Strike one.
I am a warm weather baseball player.
The Raiders have got a chance to get out of this with a lead.
Throw back to first. Nothing doing.
Tell you what, Clarke Central's got some tall kids.
They
McHugh,
got
he's a
some
big, tall kid, too.
Lanky, corn-fed kids.
And we're right the opposite. We don't have a lot of...
We just not growing them that way.
The 0-1. Ground ball up the middle. Anderson flips it to Taylor.
Nice play right
Gets
there.
us out of the inning. But they score one. It's 2-1. We'll go to the second right after this. We're back to Raider Baseball on WCO at AM 1450 and FM 107.7. So we're going to the top half of the second inning. Due up for us this inning is going to be
Zach Lee there on deck.
Yep.
Lee Anderson and Reinhardt.
Yep. Excited about having Zach on our team this year. Leon, I know you and I have both seen him grow up, and he played with our kids when they, his family used to live in Habersham, and then they moved to Banks County. Were down there for a few years, and then now they're back. So we were glad to see him. Be curious to see how he fits in with our Raider crew. I know all the kids like him, so see how things go this year.
Here's his first pitch. Swung and missed, strike one.
I think he's going to really help us out. He's always been a good hitter, and he's a good opposite field hitter, so those outside pitches don't scare him.
The 0-1. Swung, ground ball to the right side, could be trouble, and he is going to outrun it.
Yeah.
Not those wheels. Not those wheels.
Wow.
How about that for the catcher beating it out? A ground ball to the second baseman.
We'll take it.
You don't see that often.
And it was hit where he didn't know whether he should charge it or what. So
Yeah, he was kind of in no man's
No
land.
man's.
Yeah. Sloan Austin's in to run for Zach, though, at first. Let's see what Coach Ack says about Sloan.
Anderson's in the batter's box.
Said he does have good speed, so
Sloan's
we're
got a
looking.
lot of speed. I
Yep.
would say he's going to be our primary base burglar. Remember the base burglar?
Yeah.
The pitch. Strike one.
Sloan got pulled up at the end of the year last year off the JV team. Played, I'm guessing, around 5 or 6 games with us, and that's what he mainly did. Sloan's also a good outfielder. I saw him play some JV games last year, and he really impressed me in the outfield.
At the 0-1. Shows bunt. Outside. Runner going. He is safe.
Showed a little bit of that speed right there, didn't he, Rodney?
Stole it fairly easily.
Was he trying to bunt that, or was that going to be...
I think that was a
Was it a decoy?
little decoy play.
Did he call it a strike?
He called it a strike.
Are you serious? So is it? No, he got 1-1.
1-1. He pulled it back.
Pulled it back.
I looked at the runner when I didn't see if he committed yet or not. The 1-1 pitch shows bunt again. Offers it up. He fouled it.
Not a bad play with nobody out. Get the runner over to third and less than 2 outs.
No, I did not hear it hit the bat.
He did.
It did.
Now with 2 strikes, he most likely is going to be swinging away.
1-2.
Josh had a big hit in our scrimmage the other night.
He did.
Real big hit. Kind of broke that game open.
Swung.
And that one right there, maybe.
But the
No.
right fielder is there for the out.
And Sloan's not tagging. He
No.
really needed to be tagging right
Yep.
there.
There's Resby there.
And Coach Ackert is not happy.
No.
You can tell.
Brings it back to the top.
But I think what
Reinhardt.
you're seeing there, too, is just
First game
jitters, and when that ball was first left his bat, you thought it might have a chance to get down in the gap, and I'm sure that's what Sloan saw.
But with his speed, he should have been ready to tag.
Yeah, you want to, anything to the right side, you want to be there ready to tag because
Shows bunt. Runner going. Throws it
Oh,
behind
he threw it by him.
baseman.
That's
and
a
by him.
Go. He fell down.
That's what it'll work out.
And he's going to score.
Did he touch the bag?
he fell on the bag, so
He
hopefully
fell on the
that-
bag?
Yeah.
I couldn't tell.
So it's 3-1.
Looks like
Habersham
the
Central.
umpire felt the same way. He turned and ran.
So we're going to give that one a stolen base and an error. How about that?
That'll work.
Give him credit for the stolen base,
I
but I
like
think
it.
he had it.
Low and away. 1-1. So 1 ball, 1 strike. And 2-1 the count.
Brant looks like he might be a little thicker this year than he was last
He
year.
has thickened up.
He has
hasn't he?
thickened
He's
up.
grown a little bit.
Yeah,
too.
he has. I think so. He looks a little taller.
The 2-1 catches the corner. Makes
was-
it even.
I was noticing a lot of the guys have really thickened up though over the last year.
Yeah.
Michael's really thickened
Yeah,
up.
especially in their thighs and their legs. I'm seeing a lot. He went.
And he got
that's
it.
going to be strike 3.
Well, I'm glad we got that run home though.
Yeah.
2 outs now.
And that's going to bring up Pearson. Bases are empty. The pitch. Outside
Wow.
corner, strike one.
Wow, he's getting some serious corner.
Especially with Corey. Poor Corey.
Yeah, that's a tough pitch to hit right
Yeah,
there.
Corey. I wonder what if Corey and the umpire must have a history or something.
The 0-1. Inside, 1-1. The 1-1 pitch is low, 2-1. Two outs, the pitch. Swung, fouled away.
And Coach Ackridge's scouting report, he talks about Corey. He says that he's really, really improved his strength from last year. And you remember when Corey got pulled up last year, he really made an instant impact. And I think Coach Ack's looking for big things from him this year. Ooh.
Yeah, Corey came up and just started hitting immediately. I think he was
10
actually
for 10 or
yeah,
something like that.
1,000
Yeah,
for-
batting 1,000 like
for-
first 3 games.
about 10 straight hits.
The pitch. Swung, line shot to the shortstop. Scoops it up, throws across. It's low and in the dirt.
A nice
First
stop by the
baseman
first
scoops it up,
baseman. Good pick.
and that's going to do it for the Raiders. In the second, 3-1's the score. We'll be back.
We're still off.
Yeah. And welcome back to Raider Baseball on WCON, AM 1450 and FM 107.7. There we go. Had some technical difficulties. We're back on right now. And the score is 3-1, and we're in the bottom of the second inning. Habersham Central leads.
1-1 count.
1-1 count. The batter is number 12.
Tyler Bourne.
Tyler Bourne. Boone.
Boone.
Bourne, the Bourne Project, the Bourne Identity,
I think it's
1 and 2.
or is it Boone?
Let me see my writing. I'm telling you, this is too small over here. Y'all gonna have to get me a bigger.
Boone.
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 Okay.
Boone, okay.
Boone. It's Boone. Yeah. Sorry.
The 1-2 pitch. Swung
Nice
on,
pitch.
strike 3.
He just came with
just brought
the
the
heater
heater.
right there.
They'll bring up Isaiah Sims, left fielder. He'll try and get something going.
Or is this is Thompson, isn't it? Number 7, Thompson. Because I think Sims would have been your EH where I accidentally put him in there.
Okay, he grounded to short. Throw across, not in time.
Had a little bobble there
Yeah.
by the shortstop. It's hard to bobble the ball on the left side of the infield, still throw the guy out, especially with the speed.
He tried, though.
He did.
And so Thompson's at first. Luke Bennett is the batter. I looked at the position instead of the number.
Yeah, and and That's my fault.
That's okay.
I promise I won't do that again. Just don't
It's
dock my
game
pay.
one. It's
Just
game
don't
one.
dock my pay.
All right. 1 out, run over at first. Here's the pitch. Bunt. Right back to the pitcher. The only play is going to be at first. We get the runner at first. 2 outs.
Good throw there by Dalton. That's one of those that you always get a little nervous about. The pitcher comes up,
Right.
throwing the bunt over to first.
I've called up with my scorebook, so 2 out, right?
2 down.
For Noah
Fairbairn.
Fairbairn.
Yep. Number 9 hitter.
The pitch.
Nice stop by Zach there.
Ball 1.
That's one thing about Zach. I think I've always thought he was a good defensive catcher.
He's thick back there.
He's thick. Yeah, he's definitely thick.
And he can run fast.
He did show us some speed.
Yeah.
I was impressed.
I think he had a little arm trouble over the summer too, didn't he? Is that must be getting
And we
better?
got him picked off at second.
Easy. Yeah.
Nice.
Very nice.
Nice pickoff move. So
That'll get you out of the inning in a hurry.
that
And then it gets you number 9 hitter leading off. That's
Right.
always a good thing.
Very nice.
Yep.
So after 2, it's 3-1. We'll take a break and be right back.
Or if y'all want to, if you want to eat, I'll do play by play. And
It doesn't matter. She was late because of golf.
no, actually, it was not because of golf today. We haven't even started golf, believe it or not. We just went the long way home again. No joke. Patrick Taylor going to lead it off for the Raiders here in the top of the 3rd. 3-1 your score. Raiders on top of Clarke Central, and that is a strike to Taylor. 0-1.
One of the
Pitcher
better.
comes set, and the 0-1 to Taylor is hit up the middle.
Got a chance.
And the second baseman makes a great stop, but he's not going to be able to throw Taylor out. But a great stop in the hole. That Patrick Matthews out there. Yep. Patrick Matthews made a great stop there in the hole as Taylor hit one off. All right, Rodney, help me out with your writing here.
Terry McHugh.
Terry McHugh.
It's right here. It looks good there.
Okay.
Patrick
And
takes
Taylor
off
is
immediately.
going to advance to second. I'm not sure what all happened there.
Yeah, it
but
looked like somebody missed a sign or
Something happened
something
there,
because
but,
he was not really going full speed, it didn't look
No.
like. But
So he's going to wind up at second with a ball to Nathan Harvey.
Nathan walked his first time up. Came around to score on that error by the third baseman.
And the 1-0 to Harvey is swung on and hit foul.
That was a nice swing by Nathan, though. Or I thought it was.
That was nice. He was kind of geared up for that one, but he just missed it, and he fouled it into the fence. Taylor off second. 1 1 strike. 3-1 your score. Raiders up. And the 1-1 is taken low and outside. 2 balls and a strike to Nathan Harvey. Nathan, we can say, is one of those big corn-fed boys.
Yeah.
About the only one on our team.
Yeah.
2-1 to Harvey. Q comes set, and the 2-1 is kind of a half swing to the second baseman. He comes up over to first for the out. Taylor advances to third. So with 1 out, the Raiders are in business again. That was a kind of excuse me swing
by
Harvey.
Ryan
and that's going to bring up Ryan Smith.
Ryan also walked his first time up.
First pitch to Smith is taken for a strike on the outside corner, 0-1. Taylor off third. Smith gets his signs from Coach Ackridge. 1 out. 3-1 your score. Raiders up.
Clarke's playing pretty deep in outfield.
And the 0-1 is swung on and fouled back. 0-2.
Last time he had a hitter 0-2, he came up high and tight with him. Didn't throw the ball that hard, just a little high and tight. Let's see what he does here with Ryan. See if Ryan remembered that.
Well, McHugh he's been untouchable at times and had struggled with his control. But this time he's going to throw the 0-2 way outside and low. 1-2. Taylor inches off third. McHugh comes set. The 1-2 pitch to Smith hits about 6 feet in front of the plate, but a very nice stop there by Gower.
I remember last year Gower made some great stops over here when we were playing him. He's a good catcher. He's a big guy,
he's
too.
He's a big boy back there.
Yep. I'd say he's about 6'2", 6'3", around 240.
At least. So the 2-2 pitch to Smith is swung on and missed, strike 3, and that's going to bring up Dylan Dalton with 2 outs and Taylor on third. This will be another good time for him to help himself out.
Yep. We've scored in every inning so far. We still have a runner in scoring position. Well, they're really playing deep in the outfield.
And first pitch is taken outside, 1-0. To Dalton. Taylor still off third. 3-1 your score. Raiders up over Clarke Central. 2 outs. Top of the third, and the 1-0 is swung on and
it's
hit
down.
in the gap.
It's in the gap.
That's going to score a run, and Dalton is going to help himself out, and he
thought about it.
Thought about taking second on that. Makes a big wide turn, decides to retreat. But that'll score the run, making it 4-1, and he's going to come out, and Sloan Austin is back in to run as he'll get ready to pitch. You got to get your mind right.
Yeah.
You know.
I tell you what, Lynn, the Raiders they're hitting the ball a whole lot better than we did against Madison the other night. We didn't hit the ball well at all. We had maybe 1 or 2 well-hit balls, and we've had several that not necessarily just cream, but we're hitting the ball, making contact a lot more than we did against Madison.
Looks like we're being a little more patient tonight.
Yeah.
And that is going to bring up Michael Long. And Sloan is going to take second on the, not really a wild pitch, just got away from, in the dirt and kind of got away from Gower. I guess we'd have to consider it a wild pitch, but.
Did you see what the shortstop did?
I missed it.
They overthrew second base. The shortstop was there.
Wow.
To save it to go to center field.
I was trying to read Rodney's writing.
I understand.
And the 1-0 is swung on by Long and missed. 1-1. You ready to take back over, Michael?
No, you're doing good.
Okay.
Michael's got a chance to help us here. We got a runner in scoring position.
We can score one more right here with a big hit. The 1-1 pitch is called strike 2, outside corner, kind of the far outside corner there.
Yeah.
So Long in a hole. The 1-2 pitch from McHugh is in, 2-2.
Same pitch he got him with first time.
Michael was a little more patient this time.
Michael's standing awful close to the plate. He's got to be ready to hit that ball on the outside, go the opposite way with it.
Sloan off second. 4-1 your score, and the 2-2 is 6 feet in front. Gower comes up firing, and Sloan Austin is in there at third.
Wow.
He got a big break.
Did he bobble the ball, though? I couldn't hardly tell.
It looked like maybe it was bobbled.
Yeah, I think the third baseman bobbled the ball a little bit. I think that
the throw beat him.
Yeah, throw definitely beat him.
Good throw by Gower.
It looked like the throw was into him.
Full count now to Long, and the 3-2 pitch again is in the dirt, and Long will draw a walk.
Wow, so that's pretty good at bat for Michael because he was down 1 and 2, and he brought it all the way back.
A quality at bat.
bat.
Thank you. These are terms that we're having to refresh Michael Harvey with.
He had the problem with it. I knew the answer, but you were looking at him.
Oh, okay.
So we got Big Zach Lee up.
We need to give
With
him
an
a
infield
list.
hit.
EH. Come on, Rodney.
EH, QAB. We'll put them on the window there.
If y'all knew the...
Look, Rodney he was just trying to get this lineup written down.
I'm telling you, I'm getting old. I can't see you.
He's going to say he had a hard day at school. He's the assistant
Yeah,
principal.
no, he runs the place.
He sits in the office. And
Yeah. Boy,
If I could only say
yeah, principals would like, oh, they'll cringe when you say that.
Miss Thomas, if you're listening, I did not say that.
We'll have Rodney so stirred up. And first pitch to Lee is in the dirt, and Michael Long is going to take second base on that pitch. Zach was taking all the way.
I'm the president of the Overworked Underappreciated Club.
They let the kids into school in the morning and then let them out in the afternoon. That's all they do.
That's all they do. The 1-0 pitch to Zach Lee is taken low and away, 2-0. 2 outs, top of the third. Raiders have picked up 1.
Boy, Zach can really pick us up here with a
He
hit.
could help us. 2 in scoring position. And the 2-0
McHugh
is low and away.
struggling. He's really struggling right now.
Kind of coming over the top. And
You know, this has been pretty par for what we've seen, though. His first couple batters, he, throws strikes too, and then his third, fourth, fifth batter, he starts throwing a lot of balls.
3-0 pitch to Lee. He's taken all the way as a strike.
That was a nice pitch.
Very nice. 3-1.
The wind's starting to die down a little bit.
Yeah, I did.
Long off second. Austin off third. 2 outs. Top of the third. And the 3-1 is hit up the middle. Let's see if Zach can use that. Oh, it got through the wickets.
One
And that's
scored.
going to get 2 plated as Long and Austin score on the era.
You know, I got a question for you, Lynn. I mean, that's an E4. Remember what happened? Zach hit the ball that guy last time, and he had to come in, and he was, and Zach beat that out. Was he just trying to rush it? Do you remember that?
He might have been thinking that. He said, this guy's got more speed than I thought, and,
Yeah.
he might have rushed it a little bit. And so in for the catcher to run.
Number 9.
David Rayburn. David Rayburn.
So Rayburn in to run, and that's going to bring up Josh Anderson, number 9 hitter, and he takes a ball.
Rayburn's got some speed, right?
Rayburn's a catcher, but
He's a catcher, but
he's got some decent speed, yeah. Rayburn's also a swimmer.
He might swim faster than he runs.
We should have played yesterday.
2-0 to Anderson as he takes one high.
The field looks great for all the rain we had.
Well, it was nice down there. I actually made the trip down here early. And the 2-0's in the dirt, 3-0 to Anderson. 2 outs. The Raiders have plated 3 here in the inning. Off really 1 hit, right?
That's all I have us down for. Well, we've got, no, there's more than 1. We've got 3 hits. Because we got
No, I mean 1 hit this inning.
yeah, this inning.
Yes.
But you're talking about total hits.
So Rayburn off first, 2 outs. 6-1 your score. Raiders over Clarke Central. Anderson with a 3-1 pitch. Swung on and missed.
That's a good cut.
Very good cut. Going to bring a full count to Anderson.
So when you choke up a little bit, stand in a little closer and hit anything that's close.
Look at making some contact. The 3-2 pitch is swung on and missed, and that will end the inning, but not before the Raiders pick up 3 here in the top of the third. Make the score your Raiders 6-1 over Clarke Central. We'll be right back. You ready to take it back over?
You're doing good.
seems to have died down a bit.
The flag's waving now. It's not standing straight up.
Michael, I can't see the crowd from over here. What kind of crowd came down from Habersham?
We got a pretty good crowd.
I've got a, what would you call that?
Backstop?
No, I got a pillar between me.
Oh.
And Dalton winds up, and the first pitch is swung on and hit to the third baseman, Patrick Taylor, who throws across for the first out, and that will retire Noah Fairbairn.
Noah Fairbairn.
He was our number 9 hitter who was up last inning, but we had the pickoff play at second on, and it worked. So that's going to bring in the top of the order, and Chris Resby's going to stand in.
I think he's responsible for their run scored.
He was.
Is. He led off with a walk.
Yep, led off with a walk.
And the 0-0 pitch to Resby is taken out for a ball, 1-0. And Dalton's got a 6-1 lead.
Activity in the Clarke Central bullpen.
You are correct, sir. And the 1-0 from Dalton to Resby is swung
Nice
on, and a
pitch.
big cut by Resby. If he'd have hit that solid, that might have gone over the gym with that wind blowing that way.
I've seen one hit the gym.
That might have
3
gone
years
over.
ago.
That was a swing and a half right there.
I think our infielders are still playing pretty shallow, though.
And the 1-1 is taken low and away, I think. 2-1. So 1 out here in the bottom of the third. 6-1 your score. Raiders up over Clarke Central. Resby stands in with a 2-1 count. Dalton takes the sign and the windup, and the 2-1 pitch is
Nice
a curveball in for a strike. 2-2.
I think they have to be. If you look how he stands, he doesn't have his bat ready. It's resting on his shoulder till he's ready to hit. So you don't know if he's going to bunt because he looks so relaxed there at the plate. See where how it's resting.
Right, exactly. And the 2-2 pitch to Resby is another curveball, but this time it's in front of the plate.
So he doesn't tip his hat what he's going to do. So
3-2.
because if he bunts it, he's at second if they're deep.
He's got some serious speed.
Yeah.
And the 3-2 pitch by Dalton is swung on
That's
and
nice.
missed. Very good pitch there
Challenged
by
him.
Dalton. Came right at him and threw it by him.
You know, Lynn, we didn't hit the ball very good in our scrimmage game, but I thought we played in the field very well. You know,
And I'll tell you, that's going to be huge for us as we enter region play. You're exactly right. We've got to pitch and play the field well
every game.
every game,
the-
regardless of whether we're
Yeah.
hitting.
Speaking of region, of course, we're in a new region. What will we see with the other teams?
And the 0-0 to Matthews is taken for a ball. 1-0. I tell you, I've heard, of course, you know, we hear a lot of things, but I've
Yeah.
heard that there's D1 players, prospects on every team we're going to play. So it'll be interesting. The 1-0 from Dalton is taken low and in, 2-0.
On every team?
That's what I hear. On
If you
every
believe
team.
what you hear, that's what they're
We
saying.
don't know, but do you remember the Loganville game?
Yeah.
It might be like playing Loganville every game, you know, so we'll see. You know, Collins Hill beat Loganville 1-0 last year, and that's the region we're in. Good pitch there, a little off speed.
Crossed up Zach a little bit.
Yeah, I don't think he was sure that was coming. So 2-1, 2 out, 6-1. Raiders over Clarke Central here in the bottom of the third. Matthews stands in there with a 2-1 count, and Dalton to the plate is swung on and
Nice.
missed. 2-2. Zach thought that was 3. I like Zach's progressive thinking. I like it. That's the kind of
You
progressive
know-
thinking we need on this team, Michael.
Was he going to throw it around the horn, or was he going to go back
I
to
think
the
I just headed to the dugout.
It's like, man, it's been a long night out here. It's cold.
Dalton takes the sign, and the 2-2 pitch is a curveball that Matthews.
Because he's got it worse.
Watch
If his hand's cold and
Ooh,
he
it
hits in the
hurts.
right
I
place,
know.
yeah.
You're right. So that's going to full up the count.
What do you think? Fastball? They
I
haven't
think
shown they
he's-
could hit it
He's
yet.
going to throw that two-seam fastball. I could almost guarantee you. And the 3-2 pitch is a
there you
two-seam fastball.
Strike,
And
strike.
now
three.
Zach can go to the dugout.
And that's going to end the inning. The Clarke Central don't pick up anything. 6-1 your score. Raiders will be right back. also catch us on the internet at
VoiceOfTheRaiders.com.
voiceoftheraiders.com. I can always count on Michael.
And tonight, special appearance on Clarke Central GITV.com.
Yes, ClarkeCentralGITV.com, on by 9:30. And we have got a new pitcher on the mound. And I'm going to let Rodney Long, with his famous handwriting, pronounce that name.
Luke Scoba.
Luke Scoba. I wasn't sure if that was a C or a E. So Scoba on the mound. And Reinhardt takes a strike, squared to bunt, takes a strike, 0-1.
That's what a leadoff hitter's supposed to do. Try to look at all his pitches.
He brought that third baseman in. That'll increase your batting average. Got the first and third baseman in. 0-1 pitch is taken outside for a ball.
He's called that strike.
1-1.
That strike more than once tonight. You know, one thing I've noticed with Scoba immediately, he's not throwing the ball as hard, so he may not get the corner. I reckon give the umpire a little more time to see it.
That's a good point, right? He may see that ball a little long. No, I don't think that's actually a strike.
Out into the street.
But he is not throwing hard at all compared to what we saw from McHugh. He's a big kid, though.
So 1-2 to Reinhardt as he stands back in. 6-1 your score. Raiders over Clarke Central. And the 1-2 pitch is a slow curve. Reinhardt drills it to the gap.
Nope.
But
He dropped it. He dropped it. Brant's got to get down.
Brant is going to pull into second.
I'm betting Coach Ackridge will have a word with Brant on that one, but
He scared me.
that was easy.
At first, he let up. And
Well, when that ball was first hit, it looked like it was going to the gap, but then you could see the wind held that ball up,
Yeah.
and it just hit right off of that center fielder's glove, and he dropped it.
Looked like Luke Bennett out there. Just maybe the, you know, when it's blowing like this, your eyes get all watery. He might have just lost that. First pitch to Corey Pearson is taken for a ball. He squared the bunt.
good job by Gower there to save that one.
So Reinhardt on second. Nobody out. 1-0 to Pearson. And Scoba thought he had a quick out. Now has the runner in scoring position, and Pearson to bunt.
Go home.
Reinhardt steals,
They
and
threw
the
it
ball
in
is
left
going to get
field.
by the third baseman, and Reinhardt is going to score.
Ooh, almost hit him in the back with the throw.
So Clarke Central probably a little irritated with themselves right now as Gower threw the ball away.
Well, it just goes to show what that speed can do. I mean, because we all know how fast Brant is. He all-region player last year, made all-region for our football team this year. I mean, the kid's got some wheels. You can't say anything about that. And so he just puts a lot of pressure on the defense out there.
So the 2-0 pitch to Pearson is taken for a strike right down the pipe, 2-1.
Well, he's just serving that ball in there, isn't he?
Yeah, that's definitely a change in velocity compared to McHugh. The 2-1 from Scoba is swung on and fouled over to Patrick Taylor, who makes a great play and comes up throwing back to the pitcher. How about that for excitement on the foul ball, Michael?
That's good.
2-2 your count to Pearson. And the pitch is a curveball, and Pearson drills
Down.
it into
Good.
center field for a little bingle.
You know, Corey didn't hit that ball hard, just hit it right in the right spot. Just a little soft flying drive. Well, in the, I've heard some people call that a humpback liner. Just kind of,
Little die dapper.
yeah.
And that's going to bring Patrick
Good analogy
Taylor to
there,
play.
Rodney. That's good.
I can't let Lynn show me up. My goodness. I'm not a movie buff like y'all, so y'all have to forgive me.
And first pitch stealing is,
Got him.
and he is going to catch Corey Pearson. So that's going to go in the books as a caught stealing.
Did you catch the Clint Eastwood movie this summer?
I did.
The Trouble with the Curve?
Trouble with the
I
curve.
didn't get to
was a
see it,
good
and
one.
I really want to see it. Everybody says it's great, and I want to see that. That was a ball to Patrick Taylor, so it's 1-0, and now bases are clear with one out. The 1-0 to Taylor is low and away.
Rodney watched
2-0.
it just to see Justin Timberlake.
I did. Golly, how'd you know, Michael?
One of the boy band guys.
Actually,
Was it NSYNC, Backstreet Boys, something like that?
Yep. And the 2-0 pitch from Scoba is taken for a strike, 2-1 to Patrick Taylor.
Actually, my lovely wife Michelle is a big Clint Eastwood fan, so that's one reason we saw it. And then obviously for the baseball aspect, it was a
And it was filmed right up the road from us.
Yes, it was.
The 2-1 is fouled back 2-2.
Young Harris, isn't that correct?
And I think up in Raven County, so.
It was.
Yeah.
Has Clint Eastwood topped 100 yet, or is he still in here?
He's in his 80s.
He keeps going. And the 2-2 pitch from Scoba is taken high and away. So that's going to run your count full to Patrick Taylor.
I thought Space Cowboys would be his last movie.
That was one of those he might not have needed to make. But
I liked it.
it wasn't bad. It wasn't bad. I can't say that. I watched it too. But I watch some stupid movies too sometimes. So. And the 3-2 pitch to Taylor is swung on and hit to the shortstop. And he bobbles it. Comes up throwing, but he is safe.
But what an arm.
That was a nice arm there. So Cuts just had a little bit of problem there. I was actually having a problem seeing that. That fence is really playing tricks with my eyes.
It does, me too.
It does.
But he just came up and bobbled it. Almost threw him out still.
According to the official score here, that's 6 errors for Clarke Central now.
They have certainly struggled there. And Scoba, first pitch curve to Harvey is a strike. That's a nasty pitch right there.
Yeah, it was.
That was going to be tough to hit anywhere. So if he could get that pitch right there every time, he might have Harvey's number. 0-1, 1 out. And the 0-1 up and away, 1-1. Taylor off first after getting on with an error. 1-1 to Harvey, 1 out. And the 1-1 is not made to the plate, but thrown back to first, and Taylor is back in there safely.
Looking out at the flag, the wind's picked up again.
Which just makes me cold. I'm glad I'm in here.
Feel the heat.
I'll tell you right now, last night was miserable cold.
JV game.
The JV did play last night while the varsity game was canceled. The JV played, so I was able to make the JV game.
See here?
It was miserable. No, it was in Habersham.
Okay.
And it was miserable. Habersham played Gainesville and fell to them 11-5. Harvey swings
nice
at the
cut.
1-1, good cut, fouls it back, 1-2.
Who's going to be our power hitters this year?
Right there, well, I think we're looking at him. You mean power hitter?
Yeah.
I think we're looking at our power hitter. We got some contact guys, I mean, and they've got some pop, but that was a power hitter swing right there, but they see one come up short, and that's a strikeout for Scoba.
I like it. He runs back to the dugout.
I do too. I think that's good. Sometimes you tip your hat to the pitcher and say, hey, you got me. I don't like that throwing helmets and bats and all like you're not going to hit every time. You know, this is the one game where 30% and you're doing good. That's going to bring Ryan Smith to the plate. He's going to take first pitch ball from Scoba. 2 outs now. Taylor off first.
How many water coolers have you abused with a bat?
Well, I can't say that I've never done that. I'm just saying I don't like it. I do get a little out of it. And the 1-0 is taken for a ball, 2-0. I've actually broke a wooden bat that I've never even swung. Paid $110 for the bat. Got up there, took 2 strikes. I was so mad on the second strike, I slammed the bat on the ground and shattered it. And the 2-0 pitch is taken for a strike, 2-1.
Lynn, let me ask you a question. I was just looking at Raiders are using some new bats this year. Anything changed on the composition of the bats this year?
Well, the BB cores kind of stepped up a little bit, and they're a little bit more, got a little more pop in them than the very first year that the BB core came out. And I think if you'll listen to these bats, they sound nice. They don't have that ping like, the BB core when they first came out to me sounded like, oh, they're all dead, which kind of kills your confidence with the bat. But these bats really sound good, and there's a little pop coming off of them. 2-1 is taken for a ball outside 3-1 to Smith. So he's got a hitter's count here with 2 outs. Patrick off first.
I think he's going to give him the green light.
And he stays put. So the 3-1 pitch is hit high in the left field. The wind's playing tricks.
Oh, he dropped it.
And he has dropped it. And here comes Taylor. He is not stopped. Ooh, that's a big throw from the field.
He's out.
And he got him. Wow.
Great throw.
Great throw right there.
Great throw.
So nothing doing on that one, but the Raiders do pick up 1 here in the 4th to make it a 7-1 ball game over Clarke Central, and we'll be right back. He looks like their first baseman. He's so big.
Mm-hmm.
Or Randy Johnson.
He does look like Randy Johnson. And the 1-1 squares to bunt, but pulls it back. 2-1, a little low. See, Michael, this is where I say, hey, you're up 7-1. Pitch to contact. Take a little off, pitch to contact, but I'm up here in the booth. The 2-1, low and in. 3-1, you're just up in your pitch count, see?
Looking out, boy, I tell you what, our outfield's playing shallow. Ooh, boy, they're playing real shallow.
And the 3-1 is taken high and away, ball 4, and Cutts is going to work a leadoff walk, and you know what they say about leadoff walks 80% of the time.
What do they say?
They score. So let's see if Dalton can get out of it. He's got a tough matchup here.
They scored off the leadoff
Gower.
walk in the first.
They did. Only run they scored in the game. Leadoff walk.
So that's going to bring up your catcher, Gower. And he's another big boy. We can probably say that all night.
Except when our team bats.
And the throw over to first. Scoots away from Harvey, but he
Not far
Picks
enough
it
to do
back
any
up.
damage.
How about the orange tops and gray pants?
Yeah.
Do look.
How Coach Ack brought that out at senior picture day to kind of look at it, and we liked it. Everybody liked it. So the first pitch to Gower is in the dirt and gets away from Zach Lee. And I can tell you what's happening there. We got a little overthrowing by our pitcher. He's overthrowing a little bit instead of staying with his rhythm. So 1-0 to Gower. Cutts moves up to second base. Nobody out here. Bottom of the fourth. 7-1 your score. And the 1-0 pitch is hit right back to Dalton. He runs at...
Good play.
Oh, I don't know. But he calls him safe as he scoots under the tag there at third.
He's asked for appeal from the
Coach
home
Ackridge
plate.
is out. They're discussing it with him.
I don't think he's going to get
I
it.
don't think he's going
He's
to
not going to get the appeal.
He's
No.
trying to get some help from home plate.
I thought he was safe myself.
I kind of thought he was safe
I think
too.
he was safe.
It's a good argument, though.
Yeah. You go ahead and throw that ball because you would rather that guy or just get the out. You're in the 7-1 lead. Go ahead and get the out. But throw that ball, keep that guy. You never want to let that guy advance to the next base. So he made a good move to run at him, but you got to go ahead and throw it. So you got first and third, nobody out now. A little bit of trouble. And that's going to bring up McHugh. And the first pitch is hitting no man's land. He's going to only play is going to be the first, and got him! Wow.
Yeah, I think he got him.
I
think
can't
that was
see
a
for the
good call.
fence, but that's
I
going
don't
to
know.
score cuts.
That was close. That could have been made up for this play with the
I wondered
third.
about that, but
I don't think so.
I couldn't see for the fence. So Rodney, I'm going to have to defer to you. That was a bang bang play though at first, and that's going to draw their coach out for a little word of prayer with the umpire. Your batter is going to be Boone, as he's going to step in with Gower on second and one out now. But Cuts scored on the little dink to second base. So we now have one out. And Boone stands in there. And the pitch from Dalton is swung on and missed, strike one.
Boone struck out swinging his first time up. So,
And let me get something here from Piedmont College softball claims a doubleheader sweep in the home opener, 2-1 and 8-0. Who did they beat? I was trying to find out who they beat. I couldn't
don't
read that
know.
fast. The 0-1 pitch is swung on and missed, 0-2.
Wow.
Gower's way off. Zach
nice pitch.
wants to come up throwing, but holds
Is that
it up.
Elmira College?
Elmira. Baba hoon, Baba.
Where'd it go?
Yeah, I think it looks like it. I'm not sure. I've never. Elmira College.
Yeah.
My heart's on fire for Elmira. And the 0-2 pitch is not going to be made as Dalton steps off and looks Gower back. Who sang it?
Oak Ridge Boys.
Oak Ridge Boys, yep.
All right. Very good. And the 0-2 looks like another little play was on. We got a little.
Tomater sang it in Cars.
He did. He certainly did. And see, that's where Michael's one-upping me, Rodney. And Dalton steps off. We got a little cat and mouse going on right here. Boone steps
And I'm
out.
sure it's been sang in many karaoke bars.
I'm sure. Well, I just sang it on the radio. Dalton comes set. The 0-2 pitch to Boone is swung on and missed. Strike
pitch.
three. Good pitch by Dalton. Gower will retreat to
You know,
second. That's going to bring up two outs.
That Boone really pulled off that pitch. If
He
he
did.
hits it, it's going to be just a dribbler right back to Dillon. So, looks like he's swinging for the fences on that one.
And that will bring up Scoba. This will be his first at bat, won't it?
Yep. In for Trip Thompson.
So Gower still off second. Two outs now, though, in the bottom of the fourth, and the 0-0 pitch is in the dirt. Gower takes a big lead, but he retreats. Zach makes a good stop there on that pitch.
Well, Scoba's got a real upright stance, doesn't he?
He does.
Feet are real close together.
Power hitter. And the 1-0 pitch to Scoba instead is not made, and they had Gower picked off, but the throw was just to the right side of the bag. So
I like what Anderson did. Tagged him and took off to the dugout.
That was good. I think all of them tried that, but the old Jedi mind trick was not working on the umpire. So Gower's still on second base, and now he creeps off. Dalton comes set. The 1-0 pitch to Scoba is high, 2-0. The Gladiators have plated one here in the bottom of the fourth to make your score 7-2 Raiders. Scoba says he's ready to hit, so Dalton comes set. The 2-0 pitch is swung on.
Big cut.
Big cut. Swung on and missed. 2-1. He was looking to drive that thing at least 301.
I tell you what, if he pulls one down the left field line, he can run for a week.
There is nobody over there, is there?
No.
And we got another play, and they almost had him again. If that throw is to the left side of the bag, we might have him.
Yeah, Michael's playing almost in the left center field gap over there.
They are not playing the pull, are they?
I hope we're pitching away.
Well, the 2-1 pitch is swung on and fouled to the right side.
Good call, Rodney.
Scoba's way off the plate, though. He's
He is.
off the plate about as far as anybody we've seen tonight.
He must like to drive the ball that way. 2-2, 2 outs. And the pitch is swung on, hit to second. Oh, and Anderson trips. Gower's not going to score, though. I'm not sure what happened there. Anderson kind of tripped, and the ball just kind of bounced right over his glove. But
I think he got some weather.
I think it might have got a little. Brandon Moore comes up and holds the run from scoring as Gower stays at third. So Scoba on, 2 outs, first and third.
Luke Bennett. Yes, Luke Bennett.
Bennett to the plate.
He had a sacrifice his last time up.
Center fielder.
A sacrifice for not working the situation.
No. Michael Harvey's exactly right on that.
Wow, look at Brant Reinhardt, how close he's playing.
And first pitch swinging to Pearson. He flips to
Out of the way.
Anderson to end the inning, and no more harm done. Dalton gets out of it, but the Gladiators get 1 run and make your score 7-2, Habersham Central, and we will be right back.
We could do the Braves this year.
We could. And this is just the first game.
Great.
Yeah.
You know, down here. Fed well, it's warm.
Just tell
Good people.
North Gwinnett to meet us here.
Can we play at this field every 7-2 your score. Raiders up.
We've got heat in ours, don't we? We've got air.
I don't know, but if we
I think we do.
if we don't, I'm bringing a heater. At least for the first few games. And Dalton is going to start us off here. See if he
Rowdy's
can-
made his way back.
Rowdy Rodney Long, the infamous Rowdy Rodney Long. And first pitch swinging is hit up the middle, second base. Oh, he has a little bobble, and Dalton is going to be on. Boy, there
guy's
must
had a
be
rough
some,
night.
yeah, there's some diamond demons or something
Yeah.
out there.
Sloan's back in to run.
I don't imagine that Sloan will appreciate the term base burglar, but I always love that term. So Sloan is out there now. Nobody out, and that's going to bring up Michael Long.
Gower and
Scoba.
They're having trouble communicating signs.
They're going to have to get together here.
Coach Ack and Michael having a serious talk down the third baseline. What do you think? You think you'll have him bunt, or you think you'll have him swing away?
I think we should try it. We got to lead, and we got to try some things.
7-2. You could probably do a little small ball, but
experiment.
I'm looking for Michael to drive one in right center field, but he is going to square and by. Oh, and he was dragging one right there. Now he was pushing that thing. He was going for a hit.
Yep.
Michael said he was not satisfied with the sacrifice. Sloan was there all day.
Sloan was at third.
He really was. He was pulling up to second about the time the ball was hit.
They've not had a lot of throws over, though, have they?
No, they haven't. Sloan's got a big lead there. And the 0-1 is not made, but thrown over the just as we talked about it, Rodney.
They're not really adjusting for the bunt. The third baseman's in at the grass.
I guess the pitcher's going to cover this side of the first base side of the infield. That might leave third open, though. And the 0-1 is swung on. Fouled.
Out of play.
Out of play.
Right behind the first base dugout.
Is that water on top of the dugout over there? Or am I
think
just,
so.
Is that a mirage?
I thought it was a glare, but the sun's gone. So.
Not a mirage.
0-2 now, and Long has been kind of in this hole all night. So let's see if he can work himself out of this. Austin off first, and he has looked back. Scoba back on the rubber, takes the sign. Comes set. The 0-2.
Oh, that's a shot,
one.
baby. Nope.
But the wind hangs up. Sloan Austin is going to have to make a big retreat.
Did he touch second?
He did.
Get up, get up.
He does make
Did
it
he touch
back.
Second?
He did touch it.
Yeah, he can't.
And I don't think the umpire saw it anyway, so he was looking over it first almost the entire time. But Sloan had rounded the bag at second for about 8 feet. That ball just hung up.
I tell you what, when he hit that ball, I thought it had a chance of getting the gap. I mean, it just, nothing that's been hitting the air is carried tonight.
No, it just stayed up there for a while, and that's going to bring up Zach Lee with one out, and Sloan Austin still off first base. And the first pitch from Scoba is taken for a strike on the outside corner, 0-1 to our catcher.
Zach's had a good night tonight.
That's where a lot of runners mess up, is they'll run past the next bag and not touch it on the way back.
They just come back across. Take a shortcut.
And with two umpires, you can usually get away with it.
Yeah. And the 0-1 is hit back to Scoba. He goes to second, but I'm telling you, Zach Lee shows that speed and beats it out.
He really got down the line.
He did. So Austin out on the force play. The 1-6.
That'll be an FC in the book, Rodney.
That's what I got.
All right.
FC.
Very good. And Zach Lee will exit stage left for David Rayburn again. So Rayburn will be in the run for our catcher, Zach Lee, and that's going to bring up
Anderson.
Josh Anderson. And first pitch to Anderson is swung on, hit to the shortstop. He flips to second to end the inning. So nothing doing for the Raiders here in the top of the fifth. Your score is still 7-2, Raiders over the Gladiators, and we will be right back.
We got the number.
preservatives in them, but you have to really stir it and mix it and all that good stuff. So,
What's your thoughts on the fluffer nutter? You ever had one of those?
I have not.
You've never had a fluff?
I've heard of them, but I've never had
You've
them.
got to try one. Peanut butter with marshmallow cream sandwich.
That sounds good.
It's good.
Is that something you make, or are you talking about it's purchased?
Oh, you make it.
Oh, okay. I'll have to try that out. Remind me to tell you something about marshmallows. And well, it looks like we've got some time. My mom makes homemade marshmallows,
Really?
and they are the ultimate. So I was thinking about, she cuts them in squares. I could put that on there, put some peanut butter, and man,
Grill it up.
yeah, that would be good.
Now I would like to try a homemade marshmallow.
Well, I'll get her to make you some. I'm telling you, it's better than any marshmallow you've ever eaten. And Dalton with the first pitch, the bottom of the fifth, is a ball in and away and low and away and a low and away. See, all that marshmallow talk's got me stirred up. The 1-0 is swung on and fouled over in the foul territory.
Is that something she bakes, or how does she?
I don't know. She really wouldn't tell me, but I'm just telling you, she gave them to us at Christmas, and I've already had her make another batch because they're so good in hot chocolate. I mean, that's the best marshmallows I've ever eaten. The 1-1 pitch to Fairbairn is low and away, 2-1. I'm going to get her to make some, because if you like marshmallows, you've got to try these things. They are just there, and she's got like the powdered sugar on them. The 2-1 from Dalton is called strike
I was
two.
going to say,
on
he
the
better
outside
call that a
corner.
strike.
Yeah,
that's
he's been calling
that
it all
pitch.
night.
Yeah, that's the pitch. And you know, we can't say a whole lot about his umpire. He's done a pretty good job. You know,
He's been consistent.
He's been pretty.
That's all you
consistent.
can ask for.
Yep.
The 2-2 is swung on and fouled.
Uh-oh.
Fairbairn just kind of
We'll do it
dove
again.
that
We
way.
all
did.
get quiet when it's hit back that way. We're listening for glass.
Yeah. Well, right when I walked up, someone hit one in the street. That
Last year we got a car. Was it last year?
Yeah.
No, there was an accident out here.
Accident.
There was
Okay.
there was an accident. So the 2-2 pitch to Fairbairn is taken low,
I guess it was low.
3-2. So that'll run the count full to Fairbairn. Good QAB for him. And the 3-2 pitch from Dalton is low and away, and that's just an overthrow. And he's a little upset with himself, and I'll probably have to say something about that later on tonight.
No marshmallows for
No
you?
marshmallows for you. Come back 1 year.
$2.
So Fairbairn's on with nobody out, and that's going to bring up Resby, and he squares the bunt. And he has got some serious speed, so they better be ready to field the ball and throw it.
Did he tip us out early? How did?
He did, so
Okay.
everybody knew it was coming. He didn't care. In fact, Patrick Taylor was only about 6 feet from him when he fouled that one off. So Resby in the hole, 0-1. Fairbairn off first. Dalton comes set. And the pitch is a pitch out. They had the little, I like that play. I like
too.
that play. But Fairbairn was not buying it
How'd
at
you
all.
like that? Harvey charged.
Yeah, so he charged.
Anderson had the bag.
Right. He doesn't even realize that Anderson's coming in behind him. It's a play, but Fairbairn was, he sniffed it out.
I couldn't see
I think the
Taylor.
coach over here was also helping him. 1 ball, 1 strike. And, they got him picked off. He was going. He was going. He had already committed, and that was a good time to throw over. So is that 3 pickoffs today?
That's 2, I know.
Is it just 2?
Yeah.
I guess, we should have had one of those
Yeah.
others, but we just never got
it's
it.
2 that we have for sure.
Wow.
Yeah, that's what I've got on the scoreboard.
So now we have
That would be a PO. The scoreboard picked off.
Now we've got 1 out, nobody on, and Resby up in the count. I think it's 2-1.
Yeah, it's 2-1.
I don't see your tablet keeping it electronically this year.
Yeah, no, I might bring that back out, but I was a little frustrated with it last year, mainly because the battery kept running out. And the 2-1 pitch to Resby, almost hit him. 3-1. And I don't know. we don't have any activity in the bullpen.
None
so
at all. That's what I was just looking down.
Dalton better get a little hold of his rhythm, throw some strikes. And that was just a ease one for a strike pitch, and Recipe fouls it off.
I haven't seen any indication that Clarke Central's just trying to put the ball in play.
No, they are.
They're swinging.
They're getting their
They're
cuts
getting
in.
their cuts. They're not getting cheated.
So that's going to run the count full on Recipe. Let's see if Dalton can get out of this
I
one.
might see him pull the string right here.
The old changeup. And he goes high and away and walks him. So that's 2 walks in the inning. Got out of one of them.
I'm not thinking Resby's going to be as easy to pick off. And there goes Coach Hodge out to have a word with Dylan. Well, look like we got some folks moving around on the bench over there. Let's see what
Still
happens.
don't have anybody
We're
in the
staying warm.
bullpen. Yeah, they're running in place.
But moms will be glad to know they all have their jacket on. And hats.
They do.
Their hoods.
7-2 your score. The Habersham Central Raiders are up on the Clarke Central Gladiators here at A.B. Weathersby Field in Athens, Georgia, and it is cold, and I'm just loving life up here in the warmth. I'm not really cold at all. Are you, Rowdy?
I'm not.
Actually,
I know Michael's not. We've already talked about the heater. I just wonder, since you went outside.
I'm sitting next to the door over here, and it's there's a little bit of a breeze coming through, but it's not bad.
That's the seat you claimed.
Hey, I had to. Well, I will say that I had to go to 2 soccer games last night, and it was extremely cold.
It was so cold last night.
Yep.
The life of an assistant principal.
Yep. Matthew squares the bunt. Got nothing else
But they
to
were
do.
2 great
duty
games, I
and
tell you what.
Soccer games.
The life.
And walk through the room during lunch, and that's
tell
it.
you. That alone would keep me out of leadership position, because all they do is cover games, especially at the high school level. I don't know how they stand it. 0-1, and that pitch is up and away. 1-1 to Patrick Matthews as Recipe holds it first.
The part he didn't tell you about going to the soccer game, he was asleep in his car. He was there.
Yeah. I just pulled up to the gate. Yeah. Watched.
And the 1-1 pitch is not made. He throws back to first, keep Recipe close. I'm really surprised that Recipe just doesn't go ahead and take off.
Yep. One that we haven't got to see Zach throw yet, so.
And the 1-1 pitch is hit to
Oh,
third.
nice
Good
stop.
play by Taylor,
turn
and not in time for the double play, but he gets the 5-4.
I have to be honest, I
Put
think they
out.
were so surprised getting Resby that they were happy with that.
Well, I tell you, if he hadn't have hit that ball as hard as he did, we might not have got him.
No.
He drilled that ball right to Patrick's breadbasket.
Yeah, I think Patrick did kind of.
Patrick's going to have a little bruise right there on his belly button. Because that got him.
He called square in the breadbasket.
Got him square. So that's going to be 2 outs with Matthews on, and bring up Cuts.
He took a big
And
cut out of it.
he Cuts makes a big cut. Nothing doing.
How do you pitch this kid? I mean, what I'm seeing every time he's been up, he's taking huge cuts and he's kind of bailing a little bit. Where do you pitch him?
And if he throws that 2-seam on him, all he's going to do is be able to, just kind of off the end of the bat, probably over to Patrick or Corey. The problem you got is as deep as Corey's playing, these guys got some pretty good speed.
Yeah, they do.
It's going to be a tough play unless you can get the little flip to second. I like that. As big as this guy is, that little old nasty curve he's been throwing, he's been missing. But we'll see what happens here. The 0-1 pitch is not made, but he throws the ball away, trying to get another pick off. And look at here. He's going to go from first to third. And, this is me, but when you got 2 outs, there's really just no reason to keep throwing that ball over there, because that's what you're is. Now, instead of a man at first, and you can make good aggressive pitches, you got a man on third, and you kind of have to take the aggression off with an off speed so it doesn't get past Zach, and this guy scores with 2 outs. 0-1 to Cuts. 7-2 your score, and the 0-1 pitch is high and away. 1-1. 2 outs. Bottom of the 5th. Your Raiders on top. 7-2. Still no action in the bullpen, so it's on Dalton's shoulders. And the 1-1 pitch is low. 2-1. That ball gets right to the plate, and I don't know, it just mingles in with the chain link fence, and I can't see it. 2-1, 2 outs. Cut stands in. Dalton gets the sign. And the 2-1 is taken for a strike. Good pitch. 2-2. Love to see the little change-up right here. Low and away. But I'm not calling pitches, Rowdy. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs.
It's nice to pontificate, though.
It is. Matthews off third. And the 2-2 is, wow. How did he hit that there? That's a great piece of hitting. I mean, that's a curve low and in, and he takes that the opposite way. That's a great piece of hitting. And that will score Matthews, making the 7-3 now. That's one of those that you just got to tip your hat and say, yeah, great piece of hitting. Because that's almost an impossible.
You couldn't really throw it out there.
No.
There's no way he did right there.
And to hit that pitch over there, opposite way. So cuts his own, scores Matthews. And Gower will stand in, the big catcher, and there goes Cuts, and it was hit. Oh, let's see what's going to happen. That hit the right.
That hit the runner, didn't it?
I think it hit the pitching rubber, didn't it? And they got him at second if they'll get him, and they did.
Did it hit the pitching rubber? Like it hit the runner to me. Okay, it looked like it hit the runner to me, but I'll take your word for it.
I thought it hit the pitching rubber, and that's why he just waited on it. But anyway, we're going to get out of it with just the 1 run, Rodney. 7-3 your score, Raiders over the Gladiators, and that's going to end the 5th, and we'll be right back. Rowdy?
Yes, we are. Brant Reinhardt. He got on with the air with the center fielder last time. Dropped that fly ball, and he came around to score our only run of the inning.
Scoba still in there for the Gladiators, and the first pitch to Reinhardt, he shows bunt but takes a strike. 0-1.
Just looking down, nobody's warming up yet. Still nobody in the bullpen, so it looks like Coach Ack's ready to keep going with Dillon.
The 0-1 is swung on up the middle. Brant's got a lot of speed. Second baseman makes a clean play. He is not going to get it. He ran that out.
He ran that one.
Yeah, he just,
and you know, certainly did.
The second baseman really made a good play on that ball. He just, Brant's speed, that's just one of those things where you know if he puts the ball on the ground, if an infielder has to go a step or two to his left or right, he's got a chance to be on.
That's really one of those where you just got to come up one-handed and throw it as quick as you can. You can't wait on it, and he kind of waited on it, and Brant showed that speed.
There he goes.
That'll bring in Pearson, and Brant's going to steal on the first pitch, and
He's safe.
he's in there.
That was a good throw, though.
That was a good throw.
Perfect throw.
That was a good slide.
Yeah.
He slid on the outside of the back part of the bag, kind of a hook slide.
Yeah. Brant stole that, and but I mean, it's a good play all the way around. Did he call that a ball or a strike?
I thought he called it a strike,
I did
but I
too.
don't see anything up there, so we're going to go with the second pitch.
Great bunt.
Great bunt by Pearson.
That's trouble.
And they get him at first, but not before Reinhardt advances to third. So we got Reinhardt on third with one out, and that's going to bring up Patrick Taylor. Pretty
Tell
good
you a
little
good
bunt there.
play that may work sometimes, especially if you're in that dugout. The on-deck batter sprint to the plate like he's trying to score. And draw a wild throw.
Oh, there's all
You got to
kinds of-
think outside the box.
That's exactly right. I like it.
A run's a run.
That's right. We'll take them. So Reinhardt on third with one out, and Taylor stands in, takes a first pitch strike, 0-1.
Because all you see is that jersey running to the plate.
Right.
So you... What?
That sounds like a little 9, 10-year-old coaching to me there, Michael.
And the 0-1 is fouled down the first base side.
Ooh, did he get one?
Did it get out in the street?
It did.
Wow. 0-2. A street ball. Reinhardt off third, one out. 7-3 your score. Raiders on top. 0-2 to Patrick Taylor. Scoba comes set, and the pitch is swung on.
Ooh, he
again.
ripped that
Wow,
ball.
he hit that hard. That's in the bullpen.
On top of the bullpen.
Oh, we have action in our bullpen now. The lefty throwing
It's
out
like,
there.
Nick Foster.
Nick Foster. Nick threw very well on the scrimmage the other
If
night.
you recover
He
one
did.
from the street, do you get 2 Cokes here?
I am unfamiliar.
Because
How about
that's
you, Rowdy?
combat
I don't know.
Yeah.
baseball recovery.
Yep. The 0-2 pitch to Taylor is a curveball, and he does his job. Hits it to the right
Excellent,
side,
excellent.
and that's going to score Reinhardt.
Oh, boy, I tell you.
Almost.
Second
pull him off,
baseman
though?
almost. I don't think so, but boy, he almost.
Poor old Matthews.
Pulled it.
He's just having a rough time, but he almost threw that away.
Make it
But-
8-3.
Still in time to get Patrick Taylor at first. And that's going to
Good
bring
piece
up
of hitting
Nathan
there,
Harvey.
though, by Patrick.
Yes,
Getting down
very
0-2,
good.
and he fouled off 3 or 4
Yep.
pitches there before he
Just-
finally got one. He could
Pushed it to the
Put in
right
play.
side like what you're supposed to do. Got that run in.
see
8-3 your score.
Nathan hit a bomb here.
First pitch to Harvey's a breaking ball. Taken for a ball.
Wow, I thought that,
That
was
was
a
a good-
strike.
that was a good
I think
pitch.
that fooled the umpire. It really
That was
looked
a
like a
good
good pitch.
1-0 to Harvey. Now he might can look for a little fastball. The 1-0 from Scoba is right on the outside corner, 1-1. He was taken all the way, I believe. One ball, one strike, 2 outs. Nathan Harvey stands in there, our first baseman, and the pitch from Scoba is taken for strike 2, about the exact same spot.
Yep. Wasn't-
That was an okay pitch to take.
Definitely not.
Couldn't
one
have
you're
done
gonna-
much with it.
You're not going to drive that one over the left field.
But
line.
now with 2 strikes, you got to
You're
hit
going
it.
to have to.
Wow.
Here it comes again, right in this. Ooh,
Wow.
He's
You
got
know, I
guts.
think that's one of those things where the catcher cost the
He was
pitcher.
not
He was
still.
so far, but he was so far set up outside. I think he cost the pitcher that call.
2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, and the pitch is a curveball out. That's going to run the count full.
It's good patience by Nathan there because that was that was one of those big slow curves too.
And what do we give that? That is a
QAB.
QAB. The 3-2 pitch.
All right, Nathan's worked the walk.
Nathan's got some eagle eyes out there is all I can say. I'm probably swinging at the last 3 pitches he threw. So Harvey on with 2 outs, and that's going to bring up Ryan Smith.
Ryan's walked.
First pitch is taken low and away.
Got on an error. And I can't read my own writing, but he made it out. 3rd inning.
First game, Rodney, first game.
I know, first game jitters. Actually, I forgot to circle what he did.
And the 1-0 is taken high, 2-0. 2 outs here in the top of the 6th. We have plated one, though. Nathan Harvey is off first. Brian Smith in with a 2-0 count. Hitter's count right here, and the pitch is taken for a strike. And boy, that was a nice, juicy fastball. Smith was having none of it, though. He said, I'm taking all the way. 2 balls and a strike. 2 outs. And the pitch high. 3-1.
All right, what do you do here?
I'm swinging away, but it's a good hitter's count. And the 3-1 pitch to Smith is taken high, ball 4. And Dalton is up again in a position to help himself. Can he do it again, Rowdy?
I think so.
He's managed to do it 3 different ways, I think.
This would be a good way to lead the game. It's good.
The first one was the crazy pop-up in the wind. The second one, the good legitimate hit. Third one, a little something to the second baseman. Let's see what happens right here. I guess he could walk. That could be new. 1-0.
Hit for the cycle.
Yeah. One ball, no strikes, 2 outs, 2 on. And he, swinging.
Could be trouble. It's high.
That's up there
He
again.
took his eyes off of it.
Oh, but
Wow.
he still, he made that exciting all the way around. Matthews comes up with the catch, though, to end the inning. But we did manage to put 1 run across the plate and making your score 8-3 Raiders. And we will be right back after these messages. That's right.
You call Rodney.
I tell you, that is a great call.
That recovered from not being able to read your writing.
My hands are cold.
Rodney has already gotten cold, but we're back here at A.J. Weathersby Field here in the
Michael, if you
bottom of the 6th.
If you remember our maiden voyage last year at North Hall last year, it was freezing down there. It was very cold.
And our local Piedmont College rebounds to take an 8-5 decision from the visiting Washington and Lee University. I actually have heard of that university. That's a little different than Elmira.
Washington and Lee sounds like political candidates.
It does. Or a law firm. McHugh in there. First pitch was the ball. Second pitch is swung on, hit to Harvey, who scoops it up, steps on the bag.
Job.
3 unassisted here in the bottom of the 6th.
That's
One
a
out.
good way to help your pitch count right there.
That's
Speaking
exactly
of Piedmont
right. Thank
baseball,
you.
they're picked to finish second in the USA South. So some good, exciting
Wow,
baseball
really?
over there. Yeah,
I enjoy going and watching those guys play. They do
you
play
can't
good
beat the
baseball.
ticket price.
No, you can't
I'll
beat
pay for
free.
your ticket.
Can I bring
When you
some
get
up?
there, put it on my tab.
1 out here. And first pitch swinging again.
I tell you what, if you've
As
never
Boone
been to
fouls
see
one out.
a game at Piedmont, if you're a baseball fan, you should go. I mean, it's a beautiful, beautiful
Yeah,
stadium.
really is.
We saw a lot of stadiums this past summer, visiting around with some schools with our boys, and I mean, you're not going to find a nicer stadium anywhere.
And it looks good.
Yeah.
The 0-1 to Boone is in the dirt.
The grass and everything is nice and green already. It looks real good.
It does look good. I have to say, we got some greenery coming out here in this grass already.
Right.
Yeah. We haven't had a tremendous amount of cold weather this year. Not a lot
What
of
does our
hard
field
freezes.
look like?
It looks a little greener than this.
And the 1-1 is swung on and missed by Boone, 1-2. That actually had a little juice on it.
A little
didn't
zip to it.
Yeah. I thought we were kind of late in the game. We're just going to like off-speed stuff, but that had some zip. So 1-2 to Boone.
Foster's ready.
And the 1-2 is a curveball. And that just is out. 2-2.
Zach, he did a good job blocking that, but you could tell he almost thought, man, nobody's on me.
I'll let that one go.
Yeah.
It's too cold. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. Boone stands in.
Back when I played, if you let it go, that was a lap.
Ooh, and a high
That sounded like it hit the bat
It
to
almost,
me.
that's what I thought.
I heard a little ting there. Maybe it wasn't.
3 balls, 2 strikes now.
Wind's picking up again. The flag blowing.
The 3-2. And
Nice
swung on
pitch.
and missed. Good pitch.
Great location.
And struck him out for the second out of the inning. That's going to bring Scoba up.
I think every one of Dylan's strikeouts have been swinging. They haven't had a caught looking. I don't know if we had anybody caught looking
I don't
tonight.
think we have.
Do you have any backward K's on there?
Everybody's swinging aggressive. He can't read his
I
writing.
can't read my writing.
And first pitch to Scoba is taken low for a ball. I like that name, Scoba. Kind of reminds me of the movie The Red-Headed Stranger with Willie Nelson.
They're talking about something back there. He and Zach are.
And Scoba drills one in the right field, but Brandon Moore has got a bead on it.
Brandon is a great outfielder.
He is. He was covering some ground out there. So that's nothing doing here in the bottom of the 6th for the Gladiators with your score still 8-3 Raiders. We'll be right back after these messages. Sloan Austin is going to be standing in for
Michael Long.
Michael Long.
The wind's at 6 miles per hour. UV index is at 0.
The UV index. I was waiting for Michael to come out with some crazy stat, and he finally came out with the UV index, and that's what I was looking for. First pitch to Sloan Austin, swung on and missed.
That's a big cut.
I've been thinking about obscure statistics all year from Michael, so I'm finally glad that we're here. UV index. And the 0-1 to Austin is a little curveball down and in, 1-1.
Sloan's going old school, no gloves out there. Most of our kids have been wearing batting gloves. Got
I need some winter gloves.
Logan Gosnell on deck. Looks like we're going to have a catching change, too.
And Sloan fouls that one back. 1 ball, 2 strikes. We may end up having catching, pitching, all kinds of changes.
See somebody running to the bullpen. Cale Ingles going out with somebody.
And the 1-2 is fouled. That's going to be over in the apartment complex over there, Michael. That might have got a window.
Coach Acker's got the jacket on.
He finally relented.
Yeah.
The UV index was just too low. 1 ball, 2 strikes to Sloan Austin. Scoba on the mound. Uh-oh. Coach Ackers was writing something down. And the 1-2 pitch is swung on.
Wow, boy, he fought that one off, didn't he?
He had to stay back on that ball. Was coming in a little slower than he thought.
It almost like the ball bounced before he hit it. I don't know if it did or not. Sloan's got to get it back going. He's still in the hole.
1-2.
Sloan's a lefty, got a lot of speed.
And another curveball hits straight to the third baseman, who throws across. And 1 out here in the top of the 7th. And Logan Gosnell's going to step in.
Good to see Logan back. If you don't know, Logan blew his knee out last year and didn't get to play. He's a catcher. So he's a junior, so he's still got 2 years here with the Raider program. But it's good to see him out and about again.
He is good coming off that medical red shirt.
Yeah. And he also had a little surgery on his shoulder. He got hurt in football this year.
Where did he do his rehab stint?
Down in our AAA organization. He takes the first pitch strike, and the 0-1 is low and away in the dirt. 1-1. 1 out here in the top of the 7th. 8-3 your score. Raiders on top. And Gosnell waits for the pitch and swung on, drill to left field.
Good God. He dropped it. He dropped it. He dropped it. Left fielders had enough tough time out there too. That was these balls are just dying.
Twice.
I mean, these balls are just dying out there in the outfield.
It died on him, and I don't know what happened there, but he right at the last second almost lost it. And we're going to have another pinch hitter. This looks like David Rayburn. Am I correct, Rowdy?
Yes, David Rayburn.
So David Rayburn's going to stand in for Josh Anderson with Logan Gosnell on first on the era on the left fielder. He hit that ball hard. First pitch is a ball.
But it just died. I mean, because
it did.
The fielder, when he first hit the ball, I thought was at least 3/4 depths out there, but he catches it about halfway in.
The 1-0 to Rayburn is swung on, fouled back.
Pretty good cut from him.
We were back down here Friday across town.
Yes, we are.
You think they'd move the game over here?
Let's call them. I'm afraid they're going to rain that one out anyway.
Yeah, it's not looking too good right now.
Gosnell off first. The 1-1 is swung on and hit into center field. And that is going to be a catch.
Because we'll be on the elements over there.
Bennett makes the catch for the Gladiators. We will be in the elements over
bring
there.
some firewood.
Yes. Michael, I can't go back to those conditions. I can't. I won't. I won't. I mean, sorry. And so that retires Rayburn. And now Reinhardt stands in, top of the order. Reinhardt's had a pretty good game.
Scored 2 runs.
Gosnell still off first. 2 outs. The 1-0 pitch to Reinhardt is drilled. Wow.
Long strike. That's probably the best hit ball we've seen all night.
That was drilled.
Yep. Who's that warming up in the bullpen down there? Is that Ryan Smith? I believe it is.
Looks
yes,
like
Ryan
it,
Smith. I'm guessing now he's warming up. Maybe we see him finish this game and start the next game, or.
I'm surprised. I'm not sure of the strategy there, but that could be it. A little sweeping curveball by Scoba. Wow. And Reinhardt takes that for a ball, 2-1. 2 outs. Gosnell off first. Top of the 7th.
8-3.
8-3.
3-8.
And Reinhardt takes that one for a strike. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. I wish there was 2 on where I could say that too, Michael. But there's only 1 on.
It's radio. You can make it up.
And the 2-2 is swung on and missed by Reinhardt. And that's going to end the inning here in the top of the 7th. 8-3 still your score as the Raiders are still on top. And we'll be back right after these messages.
We got their bottom 2 and the leadoff man.
Raiders.com. And we have a pitch and change, do we not, Rowdy Long?
We do. Nick Foster, number 14, comes in, our lefty junior, and he is bringing the cheese right now, watching it warm up.
He's throwing it.
I thought Nick looked very good the other night in the scrimmage. Thought it looked very good. And we got, he'll be looking at the bottom 2 batters in the Gladiators order, then back to the leadoff with Resby.
Who is the left-handed batter?
So Bennett stands in.
So a little strategy playing there.
Yeah,
strategizing.
And takes first pitch ball.
He's still loosening up.
Yeah, it's cold. So 1-0 to Bennett. And the pitch from Foster is swung on, fouled away. That might make the streets.
Over the street.
Over, wow. It's a parking lot ball. And they've got no more baseballs. We're done. Ball game. Nope. Oh, they threw 1 in. 2 in. 3 in. 4. We're back in business, boys. Just when you thought you were getting to go eat, Rodney. 1-1 your count. Bottom of the 7th. 8-3 your score. Raiders on top. Last chance for the Gladiators. Unless they tied up. The 1-1 pitch is taken high and away.
That got to the glove fest.
Skip Carey used to say there's no such thing as a 5-run home run.
That's exactly
somebody did. One of the Braves broadcasters.
It's probably Skip.
2-1 pitch is away. 3-1. Foster looking to find his zone here.
We had Don Sutton on Raider football this year.
Yes, we did. I was kind of hoping I was going to get to meet him, but and that is drilled into right center field, and that's going to get through all the way to the wall. Brandon Moore comes up, throwing back in, and Bennett is going to stand up with a double.
It's a good game of relay there. Get it cut off, man, and get it back in fast. Moore.
So Bennett starts the bottom of the 7th with a double, and I mean, that was a mash.
Yeah, and you could tell that Nick kind of took a little bit off of that pitch just to get it over. He didn't want to walk him, and like you were saying, pitch to contact. So.
And I, 8-3, I don't blame him. But Bennett he put the solid wood on it. So Fairbairn's going to step in with nobody out, and Bennett off second.
He walked his last time up, first time he's been on tonight.
Foster will go from the stretch, and first pitch is in the dirt, and Bennett is going to make third. Lee does throw.
Throw is late.
But the throw is late. So now Bennett's on third. 1 ball, no strikes, nobody out here in the bottom of the 7th for the Gladiators. Got a little something going. Fairbairn steps in. Foster working from the stretch. And the 1-0 pitch.
Wow. I guess it's inside.
I guess. I thought that was a strike. I really was just about to say strike, but nope. 2-0. Foster looking for a little zonage here, trying to find the zone. The 2-0 pitch to Fairbairn is in the dirt, 3-0.
Good stop by Zach. That's could have potentially saved a run. I don't think the coach there would have seen him with being down by 5, but Zach made a good stop on that pitch.
Did make a good one. But we are about to get back to the top of the order here. We need to try to get one of these outs. 3-0. And the stretch and pitch, and that is in there for a called strike, 3-1 on Fairbairn.
You have him take another one?
Down 8-3, I'm probably taking.
Nick struggled to throw strike, so I guess if I'm coaching, I do.
And the 3-1 pitch is swung on and hit to Anderson, who throws to Harvey for a 4-3 putout, but Bennett is going to score on that out. One down now in the bottom of the 7th, and back to the leadoff part of the order.
Resby.
Resby is in there, but lefty versus lefty. Let's see how that works out.
And the good thing is now the bases are empty again.
And Foster will work from the windup and gets a quick strike on Resby. 0-1. 1 out, 8-4 your score now. Habersham Central Raiders still on top. Foster working from the windup. The 0-1 pitch is a little off speed. Taken inside by Resby. 1-1.
Did I read they're going to have an alumni game this year?
Yes, they are, Michael, and thank you for bringing that up because I meant to plug that a little bit. April the 20th. And the 1-1 is taken for a strike, 1-2, and it's going to be our first ever annual of all time
Are
ever.
you going to participate?
I'm definitely participating. I'm going to be in the home run derby. I'm going to take David Foster down in the home run derby. And the 1-2 pitch is way outside, 2-2.
Is that a challenge?
Oh, yeah. David he's already set the challenge, trying to tell me he had the most home runs ever. It's on. It is on.
Y'all going to get hurt.
2 balls, 2 strikes. And that is away for
What's that
Foster.
Springsteen song? Glory Days?
Glory Days, that's right. Yeah, I think it's going to be fun, though. We're going to make it kind of into all-day affair. And the 3-2 is swung on and missed. Good pitch by Nick Foster, and that's going to retire Resby for 2 outs here in the bottom of the 7th.
It was a tough out.
He is a tough out.
We've got a
We got a
hitter
pinch hitter.
again. Not sure who that is. It's
Number 22.
Haynes.
Shandon Haynes.
Shandon Haynes.
Shandon comes in and gets hit immediately.
nailed.
And he is hurting.
Yes, he is.
It is cold. He was just off that bench. He did not have time to get warm. That hurts.
He hasn't rubbed it yet.
No, he didn't. But look at him. That wing is hurting.
Feel for him.
Cuts.
So now Cut stands in there.
Gotta.
And he's still working that
Shoot.
over there a little bit.
I like that. Every time you get hit, you tie your shoes.
Got to. Got to do it. So Haynes off first now with 2 outs in the bottom of the 7th as Cuts stands in. Foster from the stretch. First pitch low and away, ball 1-0. Yeah, we're going to start out with a little home run derby action. A little dinner on the grounds, and then the alumni game, which is going to be in the format of...
Are they going to put up a Little League temporary fence?
That's what some of them said, but I don't want it. I want the full meal deal because that's the way I'm going to win.
Golly, I'm guessing
You're
that was
serious
low.
about that, aren't you?
I'm serious. David Foster's going down. It may just be me and him in it. Hopefully somebody else will. Matt Huff will get in it. I know we'll get Matt in it. He's a pretty good hitter. 2-0.
Did you see Ron Gant hitting at spring training?
No, was he?
Yeah.
Well, he's a much better hitter than he is newscaster or whatever you, anchorman, or I don't know what you call that, but that did he call that a strike?
He did, and he called that pitch before that a ball.
But you still watch it because it's Ron Gant.
Yeah, I do. I just, it interests me to see what he's going to say next.
Zach may have a play here. Oh, he gets it off the ricochet.
And that is a tip drill to end the game as Zach Lee tips it out of his glove into Patrick Taylor's glove.
2-5
For the third out in the bottom of the seventh, and that's going to be your ball game as the Habersham Central Raiders are going to come up over the Clarke Central Gladiators 8-4. And wow, what a way to end.
Wow, look how big those guys are compared to us. Well, now, got to.
All right, here's the player of the game. You want a minute to think about it?
Give us a minute to think about it.
All right,
You know,
take a quick break.
we all, David and them on the football podcast always take a break before we think about it. So
We'll take a break.
put us on the spot.
Again, the final was 8-4. We'll be right back.
Are we off there?
Yes.
It's got to be.
You could do this talent show.
Yeah.